Hi, Leo. I am the Awakened Dreamer, and I'm here to give you your money and career tarot reading for the month of December 2020 to end off this crazy year. And I do want to take this moment to thank you all and express my gratitude and appreciation for all of your likes, comments, subscriptions, and I meditated on your energy overall for the month, and the message that came through was efforts paying off. Efforts paying off. But let's get started. Let's first begin by pulling a message or two from the Soul's Journey deck. What do we have for Leo for their money and career situation for the month of December 2020? Thank you, Spirit. I think we got another one or two. You didn't say 7. What else do we have for Leo? Money and career. All right. And just so you guys know, I do typically take jumper or flyer cards on this channel, as well as from the top and the bottom of the deck. Let's see what we got here. We have adversity. Accept that challenges are the best way to learn. It feels like you have been through a lot of ups and downs and overcome a lot of challenges when it comes to your money situation and your career in general. You know, I'm feeling like a lot of you have been through some difficult jobs, you know, with some people that are not easy to work with. Some hardships too when it comes to your financial situation, but you always seem to come out the other end stronger and wiser in finding creative solutions to what is making things difficult for you. And it feels like whatever you've been working towards, like the overall message says, your efforts towards it are starting to pay off. Surrender. I can release my need to control. It does feel like Leo's out there. I am a Leo myself, so I get it. Want to or feel the need to control every detail of things moving forward when it comes to your money and career. And it's about sort of releasing that grip just a little bit to allow that breathing room for the universe and spirit to bring in some new opportunities and blessings. I feel like a big part of this has to do with the outcome of your career, but also with the outcome of your financial situation moving forward. You know, kind of like the 4 of Pentacles feeling. Can't hold on too tightly, my friend. And then we have gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. I feel like it's a month where you'll start to become more grateful if it feels like you haven't had a lot to be grateful for. You know, things are starting to change for you in a beautiful way, and it feels like you will realize how much you do have ahead of you. And, you know, I feel like part of you will also become more grateful for what you've been through, you know, some of these challenges, because it all leads up to where you're heading, you know, what you're about to achieve. Love it. And then we have success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. There's no doubt in my mind that Leos have a ton of success ahead of them when it comes to your career and financial situation. You know, this card doesn't come out in this sort of reading if you don't have success ahead of you. So just remember that whatever you've been working towards, whatever you've been putting your efforts towards, like a champion, it's going to start paying off, and you're going to see so much success, more than you even can imagine. Good start. Let's continue by pulling 6 tarot cards for the month. A simple 6-card spread, if you will. Some shuffling first. One more shuffle. Alrighty. What do we have for Leo to continue this money and career reading for December 2020? Thank you, Spirit. For our lovely lions. I'm not going to take those ones, but we're going to take these. Okay. Came out quite abruptly. You might feel like recently in the past months, not so much in December, but in your work environment, there's been a bit of abrupt or chaotic energy surrounding you. And so it's difficult for you to accomplish what you need to, or simply, kind of do things in a peaceful manner. I get that. Okay. So we're starting off with the Hierophant. I feel like there's going to be such a big change in your work environment at the beginning of the month that it's going to be leaving you feeling beyond content and peaceful and, just happy about where things are heading. And again, I feel like the beginning of the month will start off with you kind of getting a message or a sign from the universe that things are paying off, that your efforts are paying off, that things are going to work out. And they're saying just don't get too distracted when you are enjoying yourself, allow yourself to remember that destined path of yours, which is very much intertwined with your career, which is obviously related to your finances in one way, shape, or form. And it's side by side with this adversity card, all about challenges. And I feel like part of you is going to be happy to begin the month just because knowing and maybe reflecting on the fact that you've been through a lot and you've overcome a lot. And it's not like there aren't going to be little challenges to overcome moving forward, but it just feels like you are kind of leaving what feels like a karmic cycle behind you, closing that door and opening a new one to, enter into your bright future that you have ahead of you. And then we have the 8 of Wands. I feel like the middle of the first half of the month comes around and things start moving quickly for you. You may be shocked or a little taken back because if it's your business you've started recently, more clientele comes in, more attention and recognition and admiration. If it's your job, heads are turning. People are noticing you and seeing all the hard work and the efforts you've been putting in. Some of you may be moving up in a company quicker than you expected. Or maybe, if you're trying to get a job, I feel like those efforts are paying off once again and things may be moving quicker than you expect. Amazing. Just don't let this overwhelm you. If things have been moving kind of slowly in, November and October and so on. Moving right along, we have the Ace of Pentacles for the third card. And the first half of the month wraps up and you feel like you have this sort of fresh start financially. It feels like, your work environment has improved to a certain extent, which allows you to make more money, allows you to, produce better work. It also feels like Spirit and the universe will come in in some way at this point in the month to give you, what feels like a new opportunity to make more money, or maybe, just a new little windfall of some sort to remind you that your efforts are paying off. Either way, it's going to make you so happy. And I feel like if this is an opportunity to make more money, to advance yourself in your career, you will run with it because you're going to trust your gut. You're going to trust your intuition, something you've learned recently, and it'll end up being bigger than you expect. Kind of like whatever you've started previously. Moving on to the second half of the spread / month, we have the 5 of Pentacles. And it feels like the second half of the month does start, and you may feel like your finances aren't where they need to be just yet. You may feel like you have a lot to accomplish for your financial goals. You may feel like you invested a good amount of your savings into a new beginning or a fresh start of some sort, and it's making you feel this kind of sense of lack. And they're saying, don't let yourself get down in the dumps. There's so much ahead of you. And you may feel like the spotlight is on you even when you don't want it to be. It's just part of being a Leo because we're just so amazing, right? It's aligned with this Hierophant card, and I feel like they're reminding you that when the beginning of the month, when you're in a good mindset and a happy mindset, and the beginning of the second half when you're feeling a little bit down or, that feeling of lack, both of which, don't let yourself get distracted and forget your ideal path, forget what you've been working towards all that you have to accomplish and look forward to. And it's side by side with the surrender card. And again, let yourself loosen the grip with your finances. Allow yourself to just have that, flow of money, that flow of opportunities, in and out. And you'll see a difference. You'll notice that you don't need to control every detail moving forward. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like when the middle of the second half of the month arrives, you'll kind of just jump back into it and be like, you know what? Screw it being down in the dumps or feeling like, I don't have enough. You decide it's time for me to just grow my finances. You decide to water those finances, grow it from the ground up. It's like your mindset just switches, and spirit in the universe is like, absolutely, that's amazing, Leo. They're clapping for you in the background because they see that you are giving sunlight and you're, giving that love and attention to whatever you've been growing recently, whatever you've been working towards. It's aligned with the Eight of Wands, and the more you do this, you have been doing it recently in the past months, but as you continue to do just that, and, allow yourself to stay in this mindset and not this mindset of lack or, feeling down about your situation, you're going to notice how much quicker things move. When you have the right mindset and you do keep putting those efforts towards, it's almost like things move quicker. You put in all the effort that you've been putting in is going to come back times 2, times 3. It's going to surprise you a bit. And, maybe, I'm seeing in my mind's eye somebody with their jaw dropping because things are just working out so well overall. And then we're ending off the month in the 6-card spread with the Death and Rebirth card. And it's interesting because you end the month after going through some ups and downs, kind of like Leos have been going through in general. And you go through this kind of rebirth where you decide to leave those hardships and those difficulties and those maybe negative mindsets and habits behind and embrace yourself as you shine on a different level, on a different vibration. And I do feel like it has a lot to do with your environment. And it's aligned with this Ace of Pentacles. And I do feel like as you go through this death and rebirth and you allow for, leaving the old behind, the past behind, those hardships, and welcoming in the new and all the success you have ahead of you, you are allowing yourself to embrace this fresh start. It may feel a bit difficult to embrace that throughout the month, but by the end, you're like, yes, absolutely, I deserve this fresh start. And you're no longer allowing for situations or people or your circumstances to dim your light within. You're allowing yourself to shine, just like this card is showing. And realizing that, again, you have a lot ahead of you as your efforts do continue throughout the month to pay off. Let's continue by pulling a message or two from the Energy Oracle deck. What do we have for Leo to continue this money and career read for December 2020? They want me to go with those. All righty. Ooh. Okay, so we'll get the negative one out of the way. Anxiety. You may feel as if you may stress about the future of where things are heading at times, and that's why Spirit in the Universe comes throughout the month in little ways or even big ways to prove to you, to remind you that your efforts are paying off, that things are going to work out, that things are unraveling as they should. And that just makes you human, my friend. We all get anxiety, even if people don't want to admit it. Man holding a coin. And I feel like male or female, gender is irrelevant when it comes to tarot, as you should know. But I feel like this is you by the end of the month, kind of sitting there with your pentacle, with your finances, feeling more confident about where you're heading, about what you have to achieve, about what you've already achieved. Standing in your power, absolutely. I'll put that right over the anxiety card. Healer of the ages. Love it. I do feel like a lot of you are healers. Even if your work doesn't directly involve healing, which some of you drawn to this video, absolutely. But I feel like A lot of you, your presence heals other people. Your voice, you being, you know, a shoulder to cry on, or for just an ear, you know, opening ear to listen to other people and what they've been through. And I feel like as you start to once again shine from on a soul level and embrace this new beginning, you are able to help people even more. And I feel like a lot of Leos out there may not show it on the surface, but it fulfills you at the end of the day when you're able to help other people. It uplifts you, it raises your vibration, which is absolutely beautiful. And then community. And I do feel like that's very much tied to that Healer of the Ages card, where a lot of you are directly connected to your community, or maybe an online community of some sort, maybe even people around the world. When it comes to your career, you make a positive impact. Don't forget that. Let's finish this off by pulling a message or two from the Making Magic deck for Leo to wrap up this money and career read for December. Thank you, Spirit. Healing. True healing of the mind, body, and soul. And it feels like as you go through some of these changes and embrace that the fact that all of your efforts are once again paying off, that things are going to work out, you're healing those wounds from the past, allowing yourself to heal them so you don't kind of taint this new chapter of your life. Star. The silver energy of the star brings good luck and serendipity. Absolutely. As I was saying before, you're ending and closing this chapter, what feels like a karmic cycle, you know, and allowing yourself to welcome in all this good luck and, as it says, serendipity, you know, all of this, these beautiful opportunities and abundance that you truly deserve, that you've been working for. It's almost like your good karma coming back to you as a Leo. So with that said and done, once again, I more than appreciate all of your likes and comments and subscriptions. I hope this reading was truly helpful, and I hope you have the most amazing month, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Leo.